Hi everyone. Let's see if I have room to do a video really quick. Welcome to my desk and my window and a rainy day. I had 2 beautiful days of sunlight. Well, mostly. Monday was sunny, and then yesterday it got really weird. And then now we have rain and heavy, very heavy feeling. But the birds are happy and it's beautiful outside. It was nice to have one sunny day. So I guess I can't complain about that. And I have to go back to work, but I thought I would make a video. I did make one yesterday, but it was too long and I couldn't upload it, so I may cut this in two. And I mean, what's there to say? It's pretty obvious that we can see the pattern that I think we're actually, knock on wood, and I'll knock on wood here, but I think we're in a better pattern now. Yes, it's back and forth, energies up and down, bad, good, but I feel like we're in a pattern now where it's this our new normal. We're used to it, and we're starting to see that no one really, unless you're in the cult, and everything I say is for entertainment purpose only. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes only, not fact. It's just an intuitive opinion. But you could see that the world doesn't like 45 unless you're in the cult. Most people don't like 45 and see right through him. Most people now see right through him. The courts see through him. Now, I'm surprised we haven't seen a stronger stance from the Supreme Court, but I imagine that they are bluffing their way through this right now because they don't want to make a big scene with 45. What I got, and I think I said this on Friday, is that they're not willing to arrest him. They don't want it to come to that. They want to make as many U-turns as they can to avoid having to say, we're going to out and out arrest you. I think they have threatened, right? And then he has Pam Bondi and others threatening them. Roberts and others, we're going to arrest you. We're going to arrest judges, which is unconstitutional. And they don't want to out and out have a battle with this guy in public. But they do know that he's out of hand, and they have like this out of hand brat that they have spoiled by giving him immunity. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think that we're going to come to a point, and maybe it's not going to be till June, July, where they yank his immunity because they have created a monster. They've created a brat, and they're going to have to do something. They don't want to arrest him. However, I don't know if you saw this, but yesterday The Hague with Jack Smith sent a letter of that will arrest you, Frump and Pam Bondi, Marco Rubio, and others for your international crimes against humanity. That's huge. I know 45 said he was going to fly to India, but I suspect that his trip to Rome will be the last one he makes out of this country for a while, because he very well could be arrested. Now, the Canadian Mark Carney went to the White House yesterday and really was a cool cat against 45. Like, he studied, he knows. See, that's the thing, everybody knows now. You know the 45 is going to grab your hand and pull you and try to manipulate you and make you look like a fool in front of the cameras. He's gonna, like he did to Zelensky, he's done it to practically everyone. Tries to make people look weak. If it's a woman, he tries to sort of sexualize them and shame them, and even with just body language. And you're either pretty enough for him or you're not. And anyway, and that shouldn't have anything to do with it. But my point being, people have to come to him, right? Mark Carney came to him and saved his words for later. 45 can't fly out of the country. That's my point. But I want to get back to Mark Carney real quick. I loved what Mark Carney did, because he didn't say to 45, you can't have Canada, which is like fighting words. And I'm sure 45 was up last night going, I'm going to take Canada now. I'm going to retaliate. I'm going to take Canada. Because for a while, remember, he forgot about it. He just kind of left it in lieu of other things. I love what Mark Carney did. He said, well, it's silly, isn't it? You wouldn't sell the Buckingham Palace or the White House. You wouldn't sell an entire country. So why would we sell and give you an entire country of Canada? We're not going to do that. It's ridiculous. And that made sense. He talked language that 45 understands. He painted a big picture, monuments, things you can't sell, things you can't have, and said, it's ridiculous. You'd be laughed at. And we're not going to do that. That's very smart. And he saved his consternation and judgment for after, when he was out of the country. Not because he's afraid of 45, but he just knows that it's not worth it. He saw what happened with Zelensky, and if you argue with a narcissist, you're gonna never get out of there. So he just left it. And Carney is a smart cookie. He's smart. I have to say that. I don't know much about him, but I can say this. He knows how 45 works and how not to deal with him. And not because he's weak, but because he knows that it wouldn't work, that it's not worth his time to do that. He's playing his game. He's got his power. And that's what I noticed. Carney has his own power, and it's a really calm, secure energy. I love that. I love that about him. Now we have the cardinal. They're picking the cardinal. They have the dove was up by you saw the picture up by the pipe, and if the black smoke comes out, I guess that means no, and they said no today. And then I guess if it's white smoke, then they choose a new pope. I keep feeling like it's going to be the guy who is, what is he? Is he from Cambodia? I don't know. It's either him or, I really do hope that they pick someone who has some sort of ethnicity, because isn't it enough to have had a Caucasian looking, whatever, heritage pope, all these, come on. Nice. I loved Pope Francis. I admired. He was a beautiful man, a man of true faith. But I think we're all sick of seeing the old white guy and in power. It's time to have someone who can represent people that are marginalized, and people that 45 would like to. That 45 targets people with ethnicity. So I'm hoping we have someone who's African American or of Asian descent. But whatever. If Pope Francis had them on the list, they're all good people. And I grew up in the Catholic Church after my dad left after the divorce, and he was in his cult religion. I was raised in the Catholic Church with my mother and my aunt and uncle, and had many Sunday dinners with nuns and priests, and it was a strange thing, and I had to go to Catholic summer school and all these things. So anyway, I have a very fond memory. And my brother went to all boys school at Catholic high school and college, so I have a very fond memory of bishops and popes and nuns and all these things, but also bad memories, as we all have, and left the church when I was 18 because I just felt like a hypocrite. But anyway, I have respect for the Catholic religion, and so much of the Catholic religion is very close to what I feel the angelic realm, spirit, the divine source, saints and angels and archangels. It's very close to that. So I know why people love it, but I just can't agree with it until they allow birth control and female priests. I can't support the church, and let's face it, I'm like witchy anyway. They wouldn't really want me in there. I may cut this in half and start the next video so that this can upload. I'll be right back.